So I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but Xgimi just launched something that is just absolutely mind-blowing. And it's not the Titan Noir Max, although that is going to be one of the best projectors probably of all 2026. No, what they just announced in China was the new RS series, or the RS30 series of projectors, which is eventually going to make its way into North America and globally as the Horizon 30 series. And these projectors are probably going to be the ones to keep an eye on because they will disrupt the entire display space in a way that we've never seen before. We're talking 6800 ISO lumens, dual iris, a 7001 contrast ratio, 240 hertz gaming, Dolby Vision, IMAX enhanced, optical zoom, and vertical and horizontal lens shift. So basically what it's doing is it's going to be taking the Titan Noir or the Titan Noir Max package that everybody's so incredibly excited about and offering it at the price point that is significantly cheaper. Right now, it's looking at like $1,500 to $1,700 US if you look at the Chinese models. So basically, it's going to be including the majority of the things that we love about the Titan Noir Max, but in a form factor that we're already used to in the lifestyle projector space at a much more affordable price. Let's jump into it. So the RS30 Max sits at the very top of this entire new RS30 lineup, but sitting below it and just below it are going to be like the RS30 Ultra, the RS30 Pro Max, and the RS30 Pro or Plus or whatever they end up calling it. This is very similar to what they did with the RS20 line or the Horizon 20 line specifically for the Chinese models. But the Ultra Max one is the one that's really grabbing attention. Xgimi appears to be bringing technology from their ultra high-end projector experiments into a more accessible flagship product. And honestly, some of these specs are absolutely crazy. So the RS30 Ultra Max is going to use a brand new laser system, which apparently uses 20 laser diodes in order to enhance the brightness and improve all overall color stability. They're claiming that it's going to cover 98% of BT 2020 at a delta E of under 0.8. That just by itself is insane. So not only are you getting like insane brightness, but the color accuracy out of the box, according to Xgimi, is going to be next level good. And that matters a lot also because that level of brightness, 68, 6100 ISO lumens, is incredibly bright. And at that rate, you're looking at laser levels that will ultimately end up destroying color accuracy and really crushing blacks. And Xgimi seems to have found a solution that answers both. You get both incredible high brightness and incredibly detailed and deep blacks. So the biggest feature here is going to be the exact same as the Titan Noir Max, and that's the dual iris system. So this iris system can dynamically adjust all the way down to f7.0. 7.0 is going to have the iris completely closed or as close as it can be, and f2.0 is going to be wide open, so you're getting the most out of that laser system with insane brightness. Now, most projectors, they will always struggle with either getting extreme brightness or really deep blacks. But a dynamic iris system that physically adjusts how much light passes through the lens, almost like the pupil of a human eye, does things differently. And that's the most important part here. According to Xgimi, this helps the projector hit a native contrast ratio of 7,000 to 1 and up to 80,000 to 1 in dynamic contrast. As we've seen with all their other projectors, real world numbers are always going to be different. As we've seen with the Horizon 20 lineup, assisted features like dynamic black level enhancement or DBLE has suffered a lot with firmware issues and red shifts or color shifts, etc., or flickering. But this, if accurate, could be a massive leap for projectors. And the way that they're going to be doing that is by leveraging that iris adjustment, but also using a programmatic way to shut down the iris and clamp down on brightness in specific areas dynamically in order to control those black levels. Now let's talk about brightness. The 30 Ultra Max is going to be rated at 6,800 ISO lumens. Now, the majority of times that you see these numbers, it's at like the very top end at a color profile that it's not going to be usable. And more than likely, that's going to be the exact same thing here. For context, the current existing projectors have very similar levels of brightness, but this pushes it just a little bit further and still keeps it underneath the Titan Noir Max, but it's still going to be extremely bright for the vast majority of rooms. And with that level of brightness at 6,800 lumens, you can expect that HDR performance is going to be fantastic. And as we've seen in the past, there are quite a few people that are skeptical about Xgimi's rated numbers here because they have been proven in past models to sort of hype them up a little bit too much. But we're going to have to wait until we get this in studio before we can do some real testing to find out whether or not that these rated numbers, 6,800 lumens or 6,100 lumens for the Ultra, actually live up to expectations and whether or not we're going to be able to use it at that level of brightness or uses a color profile that is both watchable and accurate. So just like the 20 series, it's going to be combined with Dolby Vision, HDR10 Plus, and IMAX Enhanced support. Now, gaming though might actually be the sleeper feature of this projector. According to Xgimi, it's going to have up to 240 Hz refresh rate, probably at 1080p, 1 milliseconds of response time, VRR support with AMD FreeSync Premium. As well, they're using an AI latency optimization technology that seems like it could be really interesting. Also, it's going to be bundled with HDMI 2.1 with eARC support, so it's finally catching up to what high-end displays are offering in the market currently. One of the key features that are carrying over from the 20 series as well too is that the RS30 series is also going to be featuring optical zoom and pixel shift, which means that you're going to have a lot more flexibility when it comes to mounting. So the projector community is already starting to wake up and have a little more excitement about this RS30 lineup. Some Reddit users are already calling the RS30 lineup incredibly exciting because Xgimi seems to be trickling the premium technology from their ultra flagships like the Titan Aura Max down to the more consumer level models or the lifestyle projector lineup. Not everyone though is convinced because there have been quite a few issues specifically around firmware that haven't been addressed yet. With the Horizon 20 lineup, there's some issues with screen tearing, 24 Hz or 24p content, as well as a dynamic black level enhancement, which on the Horizon 20 lineup has not really worked at all whatsoever. If anything, it's just been steadily getting a little bit better, iteration after iteration for all firmware. But these are all fair criticisms for Xgimi. If Xgimi is able to live up to the expectations that they're setting here with this projector, it could end up being one of the best displays on the market at one of the most affordable prices, providing you with the most value that you can get in this space currently. But that's if they can live up to expectations. So the really crazy part is that the Xgimi RS30 and what will be the Horizon 30 lineup doesn't look like it's just a basic upgrade over the previous generation. So it looks like Xgimi is actually trying to redefine what a projector can be, what a consumer projector can be. They're trying to redefine what the consumer space looks like. You've always had to choose some of these options. Nothing has ever really covered all of it. You had to choose brightness or contrast, gaming or cinema capabilities, lifestyle features, or enthusiast level optics. It looks as if like the RS30 is trying to do everything all at once. And even if they only live up to 80% of their claims, the RS30 Max and what will end up being the Horizon 30 Max could live up to being one of the most impressive and important projector releases ever. And I don't mean to understate that. The mixture of brightness with the dynamic iris, adjustability, screen sizes, etc. And that's taking into consideration the amount of work that has been put in to reduce things like RBE or rainbow effect. These could be really significant moves forward in the projector space. Specifically, if you're looking at developing and building a dedicated home theater, premium gaming rooms, or one of those hybrid entertainment spaces like what I have in my basement. So stay tuned and I'll show you guys around what my current space looks like and what we have for future plans as we go forward. Now, personally, the feature that I'm most interested in is that iris system because it comes directly from the Titan Aura Max. And if Xgimi has finally cracked DLP black levels, then this projector has the capability to change everything. So what do you guys think about this video? What do you think about the RS30 Max? Are you guys excited for the Horizon 30 when it does come out? Do you think that this could be the future of display technology or displays in general, or is it just another overhyped spec monster? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you want more projector deep dives, home theater setups, and next-gen display tech ideas, subscribe because this year has only started and it's just going to get crazier. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.